Hi, my name is Joy Chen. You are watching Joy Talk. Today, it is our great pleasure to have Patty Wiffler to be with us. Hi, Patty. How are you?
Hi, Joy.
And I know today you are going to share with us how to do the special time with the kids. So can you first tell us, what does special time mean?
Well, special time is a very important connection tool. As we've said before, connection allows children to think. Children need to feel your presence. They need to feel that you see them. They need to feel included. They need to see that you can think about them. They don't need this every moment of every day, but when they check in, they kind of trying to get connected. They're trying to be part of the family group. And when they feel that, they can think, they can learn, they can cooperate. So special time is our first and maybe most important tool for connecting with children. And any parent can do it. You can do it in a short amount of time or a longer amount of time. It's a very powerful tool for allowing children to feel our love and to think.
Well, it's great to have this kind of tool to let the kids feel the love from the parents. So do you have any suggestion about when is a good time to do this kind of special time with the kids?
We think that special time is best used like a vitamin, something that you would give your child every day to meet their needs, to meet their needs for connection. So what we suggest to parents is that you do at least 5 minutes of special time a day with each of your children, if you can. If you can't, you have many children and much to do, then 5 minutes a day with one and 5 minutes a day with the next, but that you really find ways to connect with your child every day. And in addition, when children's behavior goes off track, when they are not cooperating, they're saying no to everything, they won't do their homework, they're mad at you, they come home not looking pleased with themselves or with you after school, special time is a very good way to connect. So when children are having difficulties, it's a good time to use it. When children are kind of unable to be part of the family in a thoughtful way, that's a good time to use it. And just as a rule of thumb to connect, it's a good use of special time.
Yes, 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 yes.
For myself, I'm a parent as well, so I may want to know how to do this kind of special time with my kid if I need to do it like every day for 5 minutes. Any suggestions?
Okay.
Yeah.
Special time is pretty simple to do, but it's not easy necessarily. So the first thing you do with special time is you say to your child, I've got 5 minutes and I'll do whatever you want to do. What do you want to do? I'll play any way you want. And you need to bring to it some enthusiasm. You can't go into it, okay, I'll do whatever you want.
Like obligation thing. Yeah.
That doesn't allow for connection. So you wait for a moment when you've got some energy and you put aside everything else and you say, I'll play whatever you want to play. And then you set a timer. And this allows a child to feel your attention for the 5 or the 10 minutes that you can pay attention. It allows them to know that you're dedicated to paying attention. The timer keeps you focused and it helps your child feel your attention coming in. And then when special time is over, you give them a big hug and say, tomorrow we'll do this again. And if they're really wanting to do 5 things in special time and you only have time for the beginning of one, then you can say tomorrow we can do any one of those other things you want. So
that's a great suggestion. Actually, you always meet those kind of tricky kids. So for this special time, you can do whatever you want to do. So I guess some of the kids may respond to you like, I want to play video game, I want to play my iPad. So if that happens, what should we be doing?
Should be doing exactly what your child wants to do.
But if he's just playing his iPad, so I'm just watching him playing by the side?
No. Special time is an active way of presenting your attention and your presence. And so no matter what your child chooses, iPads, screens, running around outside, you add a little more enthusiasm, you add a little more warmth, you add a little more touch, and you add a little more eye contact. So you're really reaching for your child.
Gotcha.
And children love getting to do what they want to do. They love being in charge of the relationship for a while, but they love even more the fact that we will pay attention. And so your attention is the prize of special time. It's also, they like being able to use their iPad or, do their video games, but your attention is the prize. And you keep your mind on, I'm going to pay attention to my child. I'm going to show them that I care.
Gotcha.
I'm going to be pleased with them. It's like, oh boy, I get to see your game? Come here. And you pull him onto your lap and you stick your chin over his shoulder, and when he wins one, you give him a little kiss. Oh, good. Give him a little kiss on the ear. You celebrate with him. You add yourself in as an enthusiastic player, enthusiastic approver of what he's doing. That makes all the difference.
That's really helpful.
You're not passive during special time, you're active.
Yes, 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 yes.
I think one of the feedback we usually get from the kid is, okay, let's do maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes special time. The feedback they would give us is, Mom, I want to have half an hour, 1 hour. So they're kind of greedy. So how we can respond to those greedy kids?
Okay, these are not greedy children. These are children who know that special time helps them to thrive. Their judgment is good. Yes, they should have an hour of special time every day or more. It would help them. It would be good for them. We can't always give that, but the fact that they want it is a very good sign. It's a sign that they can feel our love, and you want that. You do have to say, no, I don't have that much time, but as their behavior will change with special time. They will feel closer to you. They will often be more cooperative. They will have less trouble getting to the table at dinner time, or you'll see other things smooth out because they feel more connected. And as you get that feedback, you're going to want to do more special time because it helps both of you. It helps you deliver all this love you have. That's hard to deliver if you're so busy all the time. It makes you stop. It makes you focus on delivering your love, and the results in your child are good. So you will want to do more.
Sure.
And the times you have to say no, you say no, and you use another listening tool, which is stay listening. Your child can have a big cry about how they want more of you. And you can listen, and you can say, I know, I want to do more too. They cry and they cry and they cry. We will get a chance to have a long special time. I'll make sure of it. They cry and they cry and they cry. They're crying because they want you and they need you. And you're listening to help connect even further. So you just use a different listening tool for the upsets that come when special time is over.
Yes, 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 yes.
What to expect before the special time?
Well, from all the parents I've listened to, what I hear and what I have felt in myself is that you want to do well by your child, you hear that this is an interesting tool, you hear it's going to have good results, you say, okay, I'm going to do special time tomorrow, and then when tomorrow comes, that 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you made that date, and you find 15 reasons not to do it. You will drag your feet toward special time. You won't feel like you want to anymore. And I think this happens because our parents very seldom shone all of their attention on us and on nothing else. It just didn't happen very often.
True.
And when they did shine their attention on us, it was because we were doing what they wanted. We weren't in charge. We weren't allowed to be in charge of the parent-child relationship for little bits of time. And giving something you've never gotten is difficult. It feels hard. So you can expect that you're not going to feel like doing it before you do it. And as long as you know that, then you can go ahead and do it. The rewards will come after, not before. So you won't feel rewarded, or you won't feel like a great parent before you do it. You'll feel like, oh, why do I have to do this?
I see.
I already give my child so much. Why should I do this?
Okay.
But you want to try to climb over that feeling and go ahead and do it anyway, because we are simply giving children what they need for their minds to grow.
So what will the parents to expect after the special time?
Well, there are two kinds of outcomes that we see. One is that children feel closer to their parents and they show it. So they're more cooperative, they can do their homework when they were dragging their feet before, they play better with their siblings, they're calmer, they can play by themselves for a little while where they couldn't before. Those are the kinds of things we see. On the other hand, sometimes children's hunger for their parents' attention is highlighted by special time. All of a sudden they're getting exactly what they really want and what they really need. And when special time is over, they burst into tears or they have a big tantrum because they want more. And this is not a bad thing. This is a sign that the child has felt your love and now wants to offload the feelings about the other times when they couldn't feel your love so well. The other times they wanted you and you were too busy or you were at work. Or they really wanted to show you something and you had other things to do. And as they cry and tantrum, they heal from that feeling of need. It repairs itself if you listen. So at the end of special time, you always want to set special time up so you're not hurried at the end. So if it stops and you say, okay, that's all for today, we can do more tomorrow, and they burst into tears, you have time to come, put your arm around them and say, I know it's hard. I want to do more too. And they cry and they cry and they cry. And you need to listen and listen and listen, because listening heals the hurt. Listening heals the hurt. So, and when your child is finished crying or finished having a tantrum, they will feel even closer to you, and sometimes you see big behavioral changes.
Wow.
They sleep all night long where they weren't sleeping before, or they go to bed easily. You know, you'll see big things begin to move in a good direction.
So here's one question. So you say if they are asking for more, at the same time they're crying, and we'll just listen to them, and we don't need to talk much. Like, calm down boy, we'll do more later, so blah blah blah, all those things, we better save it to ourselves. We do not talk too much. Is that
that's correct. The more we talk, the less they can feel our support. The more we're thinking about our own, the more we're focusing on our own thoughts, or focusing on fixing things. And children don't want to be fixed, they want to be heard. They want you to understand how they feel. You can't fix a feeling. You can listen to a feeling, and that heals the feeling, but you can't fix the feeling. If they're hungry for you, the thing you can do to help is to listen to all of that hunger, all of that disappointment that they don't get more right now.
Wow.
That heals the hurt.
Well, that's really good learning for myself. So I myself need first to be a good listener to my kids.
Yeah.
If I talk too much to them.
You can trust that when your child is crying, they are doing the absolute smartest thing they could possibly do at that moment. They are full of feelings, and they're trying to release those feelings so they can think again. You know, when you say, no, there's no more special time now, their thinking stops. They're afraid it will never come back again. They're full of fear or full of grief, and they can't make sense of anything. And for you to listen allows them to get their thinking back. It allows them to feel more connected to you. It's really the best thing to do. You can say a few things, I'm right here, or I know it's hard. But that's all you need to say. They just need your eye contact, your touch, usually, and your confidence that they are smart. They're doing the smartest possible thing right now.
Yes, 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 yes.
And if you can give our parents some of the highlighted takeaway, so can you share with us here with them? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Special time is like a vitamin. It helps children feel close and connected. It helps their minds develop. It helps them be cooperative. It helps them learn from every situation. It really opens their minds and keeps their minds open because it allows them to feel connected to you. And it's simple to do. You can do it for 5 minutes up to an hour, but at first, most parents have a hard time paying attention to their child and following what their child wants instead of giving advice or teaching all the time. So you probably want to start with 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
The way you begin is, I'll play anything you want to play. We're going to set the timer. This is your time. What do you want to play? And you end with warmth, and you plan for some upset at the end, especially at first, because children are going to want more, and they're going to feel your love, and that will encourage them to release feelings. The feeling of love allows more feelings to come forward, and then all you need to do is listen.
Oh, that's great.
Let me give you an example of how special time can work. One mom of a 4-year-old noticed that in the afternoon he was annoying his sister and he was saying no to everything. Would you like to try this over here? No. You know, do you want a snack? No. Could you take your shoes off? No. And she knew she was going out that night and that he could allow her to leave much better if he felt close and connected. So she thought she would try special time to improve the parent-child connection. She said, okay, I have 5 minutes, I'll do whatever you want to do. And he said, I want to play with cars. So she got down on the floor and he was showing her his police car. He's going, rum, 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 look at how powerful this car is. And she was going, oh, wow. And she got a car and started going, rum, 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 I've got a good car too. And he's like, no, Mommy, don't. So then she kind of got the idea. He wanted to have the most powerful car. That was how he wanted to play. So she got a little helicopter and she'd bring the helicopter over. Ooh, look at that beautiful police car. Wow. Hey, let's take a picture of him. Look at how powerful he is. Whoa, can he go fast? And her helicopter started admiring how powerful the police car was, and he loved that. Wow. And so they did that for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden he said to his mom, Mommy, at school today, the teacher wouldn't let me go to the bathroom twice, and I really had to go.
Then he opened up.
He opened up. He told her what was, you know, what had sent him off track, what made him come home so upset. And then she said, oh, well, tell me more about it. And he goes, no, Mommy, I want to play. And so he keeps playing with his police car, and she keeps using her helicopter to go, wow, what a car. 5 minutes was up, they gave a hug, and he was fine with his sister after that. He wasn't saying no all the time, and he let her go that night really easily to her class that she had to teach. Wow. So it really improved the connection.
It's so powerful.
Enough that he could tell her something that he hadn't told her before, hadn't even thought to tell her, but it was, you know, giving him trouble. So that's one example of how special time can open things up between parent and child.
That's really great. It's sometimes really difficult to get the kids to talk to you about what really happened during the day.
Children don't tell us their innermost things on demand. We have to build the relationship so that they feel that they want to. They won't tell us stuff on demand, ever.
Okay.
It's just not the way it works. With special time, you set the conditions for connection, and then you'll learn what you need to learn.
If they feel the love, they can feel the connection, and they can totally trust you, and they can tell you whatever happened to make them suffer or make them happy.
Yeah, we have to show them that we're present and we're open. And then if they need to tell us stuff, they will.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes.
Do you have another example you want to share?
Sure, sure. So another example, I would say. So there's an example of special time and how it worked that's like the first one. A mom came to my class who said, I have a daughter. We were in a car accident a month and a half ago.
Wow.
She was injured. She had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance, and she broke her leg. And she's been very frightened and very timid afterwards. She's a changed girl. And I know she needs to talk about the accident, but she won't talk about the accident. She will not do that. And I feel so bad. She's so frightened, and I don't know how to help. And I just said, well, go home and try special time and see what happens. And the mom came back the next week, and she said, oh my gosh, now I told her I was giving her 10 minutes of special time. She could play what she wanted to play. And within 2 minutes, she wanted me to be on the floor, and I was in an accident, and the ambulance was coming, and then the ambulance got there, and she was the ambulance person, and she started putting something on, a mask on my face, and she started giving me shots, and I sort of went, ow, ow, don't give me a shot, and she laughed and laughed, and we played that I was the victim and she was the doctor for 10 minutes, and she began to relax. It's like she really began, it really helped her.
She probably let it out, and later she felt much better.
Yeah. Children, most often children show in their play what concerns them. They don't tell you, gee, I've had an accident and I feel so upset and I'm scared of everything now. They show you in their play what's on their minds, and special time allows them to do that.